So, what's going on, man? How you been this week?
Oh, it's been a rough week.
You ain't
I'm
kidding.
whipped.
Are you whipped from working or working on the bike or what do we got going on?
Both. You've been putting me under so much pressure to get that bike into powder coat. I, I went back like 3 weeks and listened to the podcast, and you said that, oh, so you're going to take it to powder coat this week. I think that was 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I still haven't taken it. Well, I took it today. It is officially at powder coat,
All right,
and
I was wondering.
it is officially at powder coat.
So
So
when you brought it there, what did he say? Did he say, "Great job, you made these so smooth. You're gonna make my job a lot easier"?
he said, "This looks amazing." That's what he said. This looks amazing.
Yeah.
And he said, "Man," he says, "you got that thing so leveled out." And I'm like, "Really? You don't think they're gonna see you're not gonna be able to see the humps in there?" And he's like, "Nope, you ain't gonna see none of that." He says, "And there's nothing I'm gonna have to fix." There's one spot on my bracket where I cut in a little bit with when I was cutting like an angle, and I cut in a little bit with a cutoff wheel. But you're not really going to see it. It's pretty much covered up, and that's behind the fairing, and so
Perfect, perfect. Well, it's Super Bowl Sunday here in New England, and the Patriots are back in the Super Bowl. I know you don't care about that. You didn't even know who was in the Super Bowl, but I just I just want to say I got some money riding on the Patriots, so let's hope they win. So I have extra spending money in Daytona because that's only
well,
17 days away. We're counting.
17 days.
Yeah,
Hell, I mean, the Patriots usually win, don't they? I mean, they've
they
been winning for years now.
well that was when they had Tom Brady. Now we got Drake May, and he's a very amateur quarterback, kind of like you're an amateur podcaster. He's a. So we'll see what
Uh,
happens. I don't know. Well, I'll catch the end of it. I'm not too concerned because I'm out here doing a podcast while it's going on. So I don't really care. I don't really care that much about the Super Bowl.
yeah,
But
just winning the money.
yeah, exactly. I got money. I got actual money on the bet, and I got a bunch of money in squares. So maybe my numbers will hit. But if the Patriots win, I do win money. So
That's they. I usually play squares at work just for the Super Bowl, and I'll get in on like a $50 or $100 square
yeah, those are the good
board.
ones.
But yeah, but
How
I
how
I didn't
how many?
even.
Sorry, how many employees are there?
Um, I think there's, man, I want to say there's like 2,000 per shift.
Oh shit, yeah. So you guys could rack up some money doing some squares. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
Uh,
and I don't, I don't really get into it enough to even know the guys that are doing it
yeah,
now. I did a lot more when I was in Texas.
yeah.
Just seemed like it was lot more prevalent down there.
Texas
So,
is big football, right, Jack? Jack's down in Texas. Big
oh
football.
yeah, yep.
Yeah, yeah. High school
That's the
football.
stadiums, the high school stadiums. You're driving around, and I mean the high school stadiums look like college stadiums down there.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yes, it's amazing.
But all right, that is enough about football.
Oh, good luck. That's all I know. There, you got all my football knowledge.
Awesome. So, Daytona prep here in the Ride Life podcast garage slash studio slash, machine shop, whatever I do in here. The week has been rough. So, my bike, my '03 Super Glide is ready. It's ready for Daytona. I don't really have to do anything to it, but wait for the Daytona to come. But my buddy's '03 lowrider sitting right next to me here, we ran into a few problems. So we were doing a chain drive, And I don't know if you ever had this happen, but so he went to take off his rear pulley off the rear wheel. He
Yep.
couldn't he couldn't get it by hand, freaking pussy. So he grabs my impact and literally he snapped the bolt right off. The first one snapped it right off inside. It was like maybe a quarter of an inch sunk in. So there's no way you're grabbing it with vice grips. There's nothing. At this point, I was trying to drill it out, and I was gonna, get one of those left-handed drill bits to get it out.
Right.
But that didn't work. We ended up sending it to a real fab shop, and they got it out. So
Well, that's good. At least, I mean, as long as you didn't ruin the wheel.
yeah, no, he didn't ruin the wheel. I knew it. I'm like, you know what? This is a little beyond my expertise here. I So I said, let's bring it over to Kevin, same kid that made my subframe for my Dyna. And I said, let's just give it to him. He's got the right tools. And what he ended up doing was he ground it down to like a flat surface. So he must have had a little tiny Dremel, ground it down, and then he put like a groove in it. And he was able to get a flathead screwdriver in there, and he just turned it out that way.
Hmm.
Yep.
So, I bet my dad a while back gave me one of those, it's like a dead blow, but it's got a flathead screwdriver head for it. And then you put it on there and you whack it with a hammer. And when you whack it, it like turns it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, those things are
So,
sick. I do not
yeah,
have one, but I've seen those. I got to get one of those because there's a kid I watch on YouTube, 2 Vintage, and he works on all 4-wheelers, scooters, side by sides, and I see him using his quite a bit. So I'm gonna have to get one of those. Uh,
just put 12 point stuff back in it, and good hardware. So it probably wasn't grade 8 stuff that was in it.
it was, I think it was original stuff because it had like yellow Loctite on it.
Oh,
Excuse. Yeah, it had
sorry.
yellow Loctite, and they weren't like how grade 8's usually like a goldish color bolt.
Right.
And these weren't. These were just regular.
Hmm.
They look like grade 5 bolts, but who knows? But
Yeah.
we did replace them with grade 8s.
Okay.
Yeah.
You didn't use them. You didn't put ARPs in it.
Not on his. On mine, I did.
Right.
Yeah.
So I get on that ARP website and I'll look up the sizes that I need with the numbers,
Yep.
and then you get right on Amazon, or you can go to Summit Racing, and Summit Race Summit Racing, I get it next day usually, as long as I order it before 4 o'clock. I'll have it the next day.
Really.
So
Is Dennis Kirk out that way?
I don't know where Dennis Kirk is. I know they're pretty fast, but
Yeah, they are fast. I've bought stuff from them. And they shipped it out same day, and I got it pretty quick. So
I've been noticing like JMP. You'll order stuff from JMP, and it says it's in stock, but then it's really not in stock. I'll order my Kraus stuff through them because they usually have some good deals on things through. So my riser stuff, but then it'll take Kraus is super slow. It always takes, a week and a half to get your stuff through
yeah,
Kraus, even when it says it's in stock. And I'm not bitching about that. I'm just saying they're always super slow. But JMP they're taking your money right now, and then they're getting it from Kraus. So that Kraus is sending it to you, and so you don't. And I find that with a lot of their stuff that because they're with Revzilla, and Cycle
gear.
Source or Cycle Gear. Yep.
Yep.
And a lot of the parts I get from them, but I don't ever have that issue with Dennis Kirk.
Yeah, Dennis Kirk is good. They've sent me the wrong. They sent me like the wrong Batubo shocks when I ordered them. They sent me the 13s, and I wanted the 14s, and I got right on the phone with her and told her, and she's like, you know what? They must have put him in the wrong slot when they stocked him, because I have your 14s right here, but the 13s are gone. So send those back. We'll send those out today, and they were super about it. So that was good.
Yeah. Again, customer service there. I had a seat, so I had a seat that I ordered from them, and it was still in the box, and it was when I broke my leg, and I ended up with that seat here for 6 months, and before I ever come back out in the garage, because I was 16 weeks non-weight bearing, so I didn't
Good.
I didn't come out in the garage, and they I called them up and I says, man, this is what happened. I still had the seat. Would you guys still return it? I mean, it's $500-$600 seat, and sure, that full money back and no questions asked. So,
Nice, nice. I like to hear those feel good stories. But
so
yeah,
what else you have some issues with?
so we got the wheel back the next day. He did it that night. We got the wheel back the next day. We put the sprocket on. Went to go put the chain on. And I know you're doing a chain kit on your bike right now, so I don't know why, but I'm like, I want the clip style Master Link.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes, I know.
I just feel like I felt like my mind is changed now. Maybe because I didn't have the tool to do with the rivet style, so I was like, you know what, the clip style will be easy. I can put it right on. I can get it on. It'll be done. I mean, they got to be decent. So I did mine. The clip was a bitch to get on my bike, but I got it on. I don't really love the way it looks. I don't know, it doesn't look good to me. So we went to do his bike. I snapped the clip right away. Trying to put it on, I snapped the clip in half. So I went down to the motorsports store, got another one. I got it on, but I'm like, you know what? This doesn't look great. I just don't like it. I don't feel comfortable with this. So I start looking up, and I'm like, the rivet style. It's so easy. I mean, now that I know how to do it, I have the digital little measuring thing. What are those called? It's like it measures.
Calipers?
Yeah, yeah. It measures like zero point 0.5 millimeters. So like when you do the master link, you gotta measure the rivet, and then you flare it out, and you gotta flare it out zero point 0.4, at least zero point 0.4, right? So it stays
Oh,
on.
okay.
So I got everything. I'm just wait. I ordered the Motion Pro chain breaker riveting tool, so I'm waiting for that to come in. And once I get that in, I'm gonna do mine, rivet style, and thing will never come off.
Right.
So
Yeah, I
apparently,
think it's the way to go.
I think so too. Now, well, you're doing the rivet style Master Link on yours,
Of course.
and you have the tool.
I do. I got the Motion Pro one.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. It's funny
Motion
because
Pro Motion Pro's like I feel like it's the best bang for buck for the guy that's not doing it all the time.
I agree. I agree. I just
So,
watched the Boston Throttle Society video. Did you watch the video that came out with on Saturday?
I had it kind of playing in the background as I was doing things.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
I know you did a chain drive.
yeah.
I know he was cussing up a storm about
C clips.
right.
It's funny because I watch his videos and it's like deja vu. Like I literally just did all this stuff, pulled the inner primary off, and when we were doing his bike, my buddy Joey, I'm like, when I sent him over to do the two starter bolts, I'm like, make sure you do not strip those fucking things out because they're at a weird angle. Make sure they're in
Right.
really good. Make sure you're getting a good grip on them because you do not want to strip them out. And of course, Hunter stripped his out.
But I
So,
mean, they're what are they? A quarter inch or
1/4 inch Allen, yeah.
the so I use a ball end on them.
Yeah, that would be the right thing to do, but I didn't have a ball end 1/4 inch. So but we got them out. We did not strip them. We didn't strip any bolts. Everything came off good. The inside of his primary looks great. The compensator looked great. Clutch looks great. Everything looked great. Went back together great. I torqued everything down. Did the right sequences. Um, yeah, and then it
Did
was
you
just
did you buy a book?
no. I have an FXR book, but I do not have one for the Dyna. I do not have a service manual for the Dyna.
Yeah, I mean it just makes it so easy. I even today. So I went to work this morning and I had to press the bearings out of that swing arm, and I was like, man, I couldn't find any videos on YouTube. I mean, not one I couldn't find on a M8 Softail swing arm bearings. You know how to remove them, put or installing them,
Yep.
and so I took my manual with me to work, and at break I just went through and I found out I found where it was and how to do it. I just wasn't sure like if there was a like what direction or I just wasn't sure. Um,
No, I
so
agree.
it just
A manual is great. You got to have them.
yeah.
But,
So
so I have the manual in my cart on eBay. So right, and it just happens to be in the ad for that manual. They open up the book and they take pictures of it to show you what's in the book, and the pages are good. One of the pictures they took is of the inner primary, and it shows me exactly. I can read the whole page. It shows me the sequence, what I should torque it to, and what are the odds of that they actually open to the right page
right.
and take a picture of it and put it on their ad. I was like, oh, that's exactly what I needed. So I'm not going to buy the manual yet.
I so a lot of people are like, oh, why don't you just buy one and download it. And I've done that before, and I think it's horrible. Of course, I'm not a tech person,
We know. We know.
but I mean that it's a little tiny on your phone. So I mean, what am I gonna bring my tablet out here and do it on my tablet or do it on my? I mean, yes, I do have my computer out here all the time, but it's just not. It's not convenient. I don't find it convenient. I just want to be able to flip through the pages and find what I need and do it.
Yeah, I agree.
And
I agree. I've read that FXR manual, in the bathroom out here. I mean, it's great. It's great reading material.
really, you just sit around and read it, huh?
Well, yeah, because if there's something that I might want to eventually open up, I want to see what's involved to see if I can actually do it.
Right.
So,
This, so I was gonna pull my transmission apart and send my transmission over to A1 Cycles and have them back cut it and do all that stuff, put new bearings in, and then I was gonna do the new seals and stuff in the case. And man, there's like $1,000 worth of tools you have to buy to do all that stuff. It's crazy.
yeah. That's what
So
I think it's that way when I do cams on my bike.
so the thing with the cams is there's cheap tools to do it.
Oh,
So you can if you go on like Fuel Moto, they have a cam and a cam bearing or a cam bearing tool for doing all your cam bearings. And then I did uh, I did the fueling uh, run out tool,
yeah.
and man, where did I can't remember where I got it at that, but it wasn't crazy expensive. I think it was like $120.
All right. So
And
you did the cams in your Road Glide, the 2015 Road Glide?
I did not do the cams in that.
Okay.
I mean, it's got new cams in it. Um, I didn't do them.
No.
That was Fuel Moto. Fuel Moto built that motor for me.
Oh, okay.
So I'm doing. but I did them in my M8, so or I mean, it's just one in your M8. But I
Yeah.
mean, I believe the tool does the twin cam and the M8.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, I think it does. Like you have to flip it over or something for one of them. I don't remember.
I'm thinking next winter I want to do cams and in the Dyna. Maybe I don't know. Like I just like the way it sounds. I love that chop.
Yep.
I got the chop on the FXR. That might be good enough.
I think I have the Woods 999s, or I think it's 999, or is it 666? One or the other. Maybe I'm being dyslexic. I think
Uh,
it's 999-6 or 999-A or something like that for the Woods. And it's kind of a torque cam for the bagger.
yeah, yeah.
It's I'm happy with it. It don't really. I mean, the average person probably wouldn't notice it, but anybody that rides bikes hears it and notices it. So, hey, speaking of that,
Oh
did
boy.
you watch the did you watch the San Diego Customs? Uh, right after we talked about it, they did that V111 that they're building for that FXR, or that
Yeah.
SNS built for that FXR. Did you see it on the dyno?
Yeah. I don't think I did. I remember Chip. He was going over the bike, and and S&S built him a motor, and
Right,
they sent it back to him because he couldn't get out there because of the snowstorm.
right.
But I don't think I watched it on the dyno.
That that thing it shook so much I couldn't believe it. I maybe maybe they all would shake that much with just because every time you see them on a dyno, they're in a bike. You always see a bike on a dyno. But
Yeah.
this was just the motors bolted to whatever sitting there running.
Oh well, yeah. Of
And
course, it's gonna vibrate then.
holy, well, okay, but I mean, it was crazy. I mean, it's no wonder they shake you to death.
Well, actually, when I did the tour in Milwaukee, I'm pretty sure we saw a motor running, and it didn't vibrate. I don't remember it vibrating excessively.
Right. Well, I mean, so I had a Softail Evo, so it wasn't rubber mounted, it was solid mount. And I mean, you'd have to pay attention to your feet because your feet would go numb, and it sat so low to the ground that if your feet ever came off the pegs, you'd be hurt.
Oh yeah, it's funny. I remember I worked with this guy way back in the day named Jimmy, and not that Jimmy, different Jimmy. And he was into bikes, and he had a Dyna, and I forget he bought, maybe it was a V Rod he bought, and I remember him coming to work the next day just saying, "I can't ride this bike anymore. My pinky is just going so numb. I can't ride it." I was like, "Wow, dude, that's." And he actually got rid of the bike like a few days later. And I just remember saying to him like, "Oh, what if your balls go numb on this new bike? What are you gonna do then? You gonna quit riding?" And yeah, I used to call him Carburetor Jimmy. I don't know why.
Huh.
The
That's
carburetor.
I never knew any different, so I was thinking about that this week. I kind of give the shovel head a little hell about working on it all the time. And even with my Evo, I give it a little hell about working on it all the time. But both them bikes, my shovel head was an 80-inch, and it had so much compression that, I mean, I had compression releases on it that, I mean, it would just, if your battery wasn't 100%, it wouldn't make it through the whole stroke, and it would just smoke everything.
Yeah.
um, and then my Evo was the same. I had S&S jugs and heads, and so it was all built. Then I had the Rivera belt drive.
Yeah,
on it.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So,
Uh,
uh,
I remember when I had my night train and I wanted an open belt, a BDL open belt drive, and I wanted a chain drive. And I brought it to my buddy. He did it, and I thought that was like the coolest thing. I'm like, how the hell did you do that? I just thought it was like I couldn't believe he like took it all apart, put the chain drive on, put the open belt drive on like it was nothing. Like, yeah, did it all the time. And and now that I just did a couple chain drives myself, I see where that's coming from. But I've always been amazed at people that can work on stuff. I remember growing up, I lived next to this auto repair shop. His name was Rusty. I used to go over there. I was a 15, 16-year-old kid. I used to go over there all the time and talk to Rusty. And he would, they'd always be fixing stuff. And I remember I got my first car. It was a 79 Cutlass. And I was doing something stupid and I snapped a stud, one of the lug nut studs. I snapped it off. And in my 16-year-old brain, I'm thinking like, oh fuck, I'm gonna have to get a new car. Right? Like, how the hell are they gonna fix this? Right?
right.
So I brought it over to Rusty, and he's like, just leave it here, I'll fix it. And within an hour, he called me back. He's like, you're all set. I'm like, well, what did you do? He's like, yeah, we just pulled the old stud out, put a new one in. I'm like, what? You could do that? It's just because me growing up, my dad was not a mechanic. He wasn't into cars. So I didn't have anybody to be in the garage with and watch over and learn from. I had to learn everything myself just by doing it. So being over there at Rusty's shop, I'd see them do stuff, and I can still remember it to this day, the stuff that they were doing. Just they weren't anything custom. They were just patching up exhaust work and making cars so they passed inspection back in Massachusetts. But I think that's kind of where I got my liking for just tinkering with stuff, fixing shit. Yeah.
So, how old were you when you got your first motorcycle? Like any motorcycle?
It was before so I was probably 13, 14 years old when I got a 1979 MX 100 dirt bike.
So, a Honda?
Uh,
Maybe.
I, th- I think it was a Yamaha.
So YZ.
Nope, it was an MX. It was an
Oh,
MX
okay.
MX 100. Had a metal gas tank,
Right.
and I would rip that thing every single day after school. I'd rip it up and down. I live near some railroad tracks, so I used to rip up and down the railroad tracks every single day after school. I had no idea how to work on it. I remember I bought some new grips and like a front rotor protector, like a disc protector, and
Oh
I put
yeah, one of
I
the.
yeah I remember putting that on in my garage, and I was just thinking like, this thing is so custom, like killer. uh,
what like a Acrobus or something like that. I
yeah,
remember
yeah,
back in the day having all the magazines with all the stuff in it. And,
yeah,
man,
Adam Express.
the kids really they it sucks for kids right now because I mean they've lost out all the there's no magazines like that anymore. Or is there? I don't. Maybe there is still. I don't know.
I
But
don't
I
know,
think
but
most of them are gone.
yeah, I remember. What was the name? It was like motocross. I think the magazine was just called Motocross, maybe.
Right. Yep. Yep.
And
I remember it.
I remember there's one picture. It was on a racetrack, and it was just a picture from behind of a guy going over the whoops. And like I would look at that picture and just get like excited. I'd run out and go ride my bike and pretend like I'm on a track. And
Yep.
then so I sold that MX 100 to some kid, and his dad was the biggest dick I remember. Like, because the kid couldn't get it running right, he couldn't ride it. And I was like, it's not my fault. Like, I think I sold it to him for cheap ass money. I don't even know what it was back then.
Right.
But and then I bought. My sister was dating this guy who raced, so he raced motocross. Oh no, maybe it was my sister's friend, her husband, or something like that. He raced motocross, so I wanted to get to know this guy, and I ended up buying a CR 125 off him, and I went to the races with him, and then I raced, and then I bought a brand new YZ 125, and like I continued racing. And I just remember like the first time I met him, I thought he was like the best rider ever. And like literally 2 months after, I'm like smoking him on the track and stuff, and then like he's asking me for tips. I'm like, dude, I don't know. But yeah, that was my motocross career.
Yep.
I raced for
Yeah,
a couple seasons. I raced.
I never raced. We did a lot of trail running. I did a lot of hare scrambles.
Yeah, those are fun.
Um, yeah, so I think my senior year of high school, May it was right after I graduated. I bought a Husqvarna, Husqvarna 490, or yeah, I think it was that left side kick, and I mean
Oh,
you had to do it off a stump because you it was so tall, and um, but it was great. I mean it was great in that stuff. Then I had a paddle tire for taking it up to the sand dunes.
you guys have
And
sand dunes in Michigan?
yeah, it was Silver Lake sand dunes.
Really? That's fucking cool.
Yeah,
Like how big is it?
yeah. Oh man, I mean it's big for what it is. I guess it's probably I can't even guess. I would think it's probably 4 maybe 3 miles long.
Oh, yeah, but
But it's got a couple of huge hills and um
so did you put the paddle tire on there?
heck yeah.
Dude, that must have been. How was that? That must have been sick.
Yeah, that front tire just never hit the ground. And I think in '88 I bought a 88 or '89 I bought a an '87 Banshee.
Oh shit! Yeah,
And
I never had a banshee, but
uh,
those things are sick.
yeah, I had the Tri-Zs, those three-wheelers, the Tri-Zs, the Yamaha Tri-Zs.
Yep, yep.
And but I mean, so I was thinking about it the other day when I was younger buying, and I got motorcycles. So my dad built houses, and then when we built a new house, I kind of I'd get a dirt bike out of it, or I mean, how he would pay me.
Yeah,
And
my dad built houses too.
oh,
Huh.
yep.
And he
So
wouldn't buy dirt bikes. He would buy me BMX bikes.
yep.
Yep.
So, but I never remember getting one that didn't come home crate.
Oh,
And then me and my dad would build it.
huh.
We put it. We'd fix whatever needed fixed and put it together. And
Get it
so
running.
he was always building motors, and uh, he had a bunch of his buddies were into the old cars and stuff. So he was always building hot rod motors, and
Oh, that's cool.
that was kind of his thing.
Was he a greaser?
Yeah, well, I guess that's what he would be considered. He
Yeah.
raced a '66 Chevelle SS 396, and
Hell yeah.
um, but he got rid of that before I was born.
It's
Big, big, big cool factor, dive right there. I should,
kids.
I should, I should,
Sell everything. I got kids.
I should have inherited that car
Right, right.
instead of just seeing pictures of it.
It's funny. I just watched American Graffiti the other night. I love that movie.
I don't know if I've ever seen it.
Holy shit! Come on. It's eh,
Yeah, I don't know that I've ever seen it.
well, go watch it. That's your homework. Go watch American Graffiti.
Right.
Ah,
I'll come back. I'll come back next week with all the knowledge.
that's a good movie. Um, but yeah. So all right, we got off on a little tangent there. I like it.
Well, I mean, where we started, I mean, it makes a big difference. I started off with a 1975 XR75, and I guess that'd have been in the early '80s,
Yep.
and then I ended up with a CR15 also, and I had a Bob Hanna
Oh,
RM250.
hell yeah. Remember
Yeah,
Bob
his
Hanna,
last one.
Rick Johnson? Remember Rick Johnson?
Yeah,
Yeah, he was
yeah.
a Honda guy. Hell yeah.
And then and then who was the Kawasaki guy? Was God Ward
Oh, Jeff Ward.
something?
Yep.
Jeff Ward.
Yep.
Yep. So,
Do you
yep.
do you watch Supercross now? Do you ever watch it?
I don't, not
Yeah.
really.
It's Supercross season right now. I'm gonna go watch Supercross in Daytona when I'm in Daytona.
Oh, are you?
Yeah. I mean, right now, Hayden Deegan's killing it right now in the 250 class. I want to see Eli win some more races. Eli Tomac. Oh,
I don't even know anybody in it now. I mean, I
uh,
don't know. I don't know anybody that races anymore.
it's still
Uh,
fun to watch.
so I mean, when I stopped watching it was, I guess, right like the Carmichael, right at the end of the Carmichael thing.
I
You know,
just
when
watched like a biography of Ricky Carmichael. Did you know like the outdoor racing, the outdoor motocross racing in I forget what years, but he went back to back years of winning every single race that year. That's insane.
yeah, he was untouchable.
Untouchable outdoors. Uh, on the
Yep.
Supercross side, he was kind of, he still didn't beat Jeremy McGrath. He still got the most wins, but yeah, it
You
was.
remember Ezra Lusk?
Yep, yep. R.I.P. Ezra
So,
Lusk.
so that's my youngest son's name is Ezra.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Jeff Emig. I used to love all those
Yep.
guys because have you ever heard of Southwick? The Southwick Nationals?
No.
No, well, it's in Massachusetts. It's a track where they run the outdoor series, and it's a pretty big track. Like Doug Henry was always what do they call them when you're like a privateer when
Okay.
you don't have any sponsors, you're just kind of out there on your own. So Doug Henry was always out there ripping. Yeah, it's just the motocross scene is definitely what brought me into the Harley Davidson scene, and here I am
Right.
now talking about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I never got it. I did a lot of the hair scramble stuff. That was definitely my thing. I like doing the hair scrambles.
Yeah, I just liked anything with a motor. I love riding,
Me
and
too.
I mean I seriously think that's why I love this stunt riding. I love riding wheelies, burnouts. It just reminds me of riding a dirt bike. Like I would ride on my dirt bike. I would ride wheelies everywhere. I loved it. I tried to ride wheelies. I never could really get the balance point and do a really good wheelie on a dirt bike, but
Right.
I always tried and hitting jumps and it's just an adrenaline. I freaking love it. And I get
Yep.
that
I love.
I get that same way when I ride, you know, wheelies on the dyno and shit. Oh, it's great.
Yeah. I was doing the same thing. I just got to the point I was just too like I wrecked. I bought a an RM 250. I was big Suzuki, and I bought an M 250. I guess in probably '96. About and man, I that thing was just. I mean, it was either everything or nothing. And I mean, you couldn't hardly. It didn't take it off. It didn't hardly have anything. But then when you got on that pipe, it was just wild. And um, I wrecked a couple times, and I just the last time I wrecked, I was just my whole back and my ribs and everything was black and blue, and I, gimping for weeks, and like
Uh,
now I'm
yeah, it's a dangerous sport. I remember it was the last race of the season. I had won every single race except for my first race. I came in ninth place, and then I won every single race after that. And we were in the final race, and it was down to like me and this other kid for points, and we were all racing on the same track. We were hauling ass, and he was out in the front. I had passed him, and he had passed me, and he was faster than me, and I was doing everything I could to keep up with him, and I took a serious crash, like head over heels, broke my leg,
yeah.
took me out for the season. I was I was hurting. I was a hurting unit. So That was my
Yep.
broken leg. I broke my wrist. Coming up short on jumps. I friggin'
Right.
knocked the wind out of myself. Yeah, yeah. You got to be rugged.
Right.
But
Yep.
man,
It was fun. Now I'd love to get on one of those the supermotos.
oh my god, they're so much fun.
I'd be in so much trouble all the time.
When I had my DRZ 400, I was I'd be riding, take off from a light, doing wheelies, and you kind of look around, and be like, "Wait, is this legal? Where are the cops? They're gonna come get me or what?"
Right.
Yeah. But now it's that way riding a Dyna. It's like hooligan riding, freaking. I can't. This winter is absolutely killing me. It's been the coldest winter up here. I just need to get out and ride.
Man, so I was at the dealership the other day picking up some parts, and they had two used Pan Americas,
Yep.
and anyways, one it was a 22 low mileage. It was the gray one, uh, and they had $12,000 on it, and I'm like, man, I would love to build a hooligan bike. I don't. I'm not talking about. I'm talking about like number plate hooligan, like they're racing.
Yeah. Yeah. I know what
I
you mean.
I think um, I think that's one place where Indian kind of hit it was the FTR.
Yeah. The flat tracker. Yep.
Man, that thing. I thought that thing was sweet.
I
But they're not making that anymore, are they?
No, they don't make it anymore, which is crazy. Because yeah, I thought that was a cool bike. I remember when we picked up one of the bikes. My buddy bought a bike while we were in Daytona, and we bought it off James Root, the one of the guitarists for Slipknot.
Yep.
And we went to his house, and he had a couple of those FTRs all decked out, and he's like, I love this bike. Thing's sick. So, and then they
Yep.
stopped making them.
My neighbor had that the Ducati. It kind of looks like a dirt bike, but it's a like a 990 or something.
Oh, the
So
Supermoto.
no, it's like a scrambler.
Oh, okay, not the monster,
I
not the monster.
No, no, it was the Ducati. I don't. Is there a couple different ones that make scramblers?
Well,
Um,
Triumph, I think, made a scrambler,
right, and
and
that they all kind of looked the same,
they
but
yeah they had that same look.
so Ducati made one, and I mean, that was a pretty sweet little bike.
Yeah,
It just, I don't know, for me, it just kind of the all those supermotos. There's a lot of upkeep to them, because you're running them small motors pretty hard, and so you're going in every what 25 2,500 miles to 5,000 miles and have to adjust all the valves, and yeah, I just don't. Good Lord, I don't. That's not much.
I don't know about any of that maintenance stuff. Like I said, back then when I was racing 125s, I'd run that thing ragged. The top end would be so clapped out. I didn't work on anything. I remember one of my
Right.
races. I'm on the start line, in front of the gate, revving it up, and I feel something bounce off my left peg or my right peg, and I look down. Is the kickstarter fell off like on the start line. So I call over my buddy. I throw it to him. And I'm like, if I stall the bike out in the race, I'm screwed. But I didn't, and I won that race. Thank you.
Yeah, well, so that's a two-stroke though. I mean, these are four strokes, so
Yeah.
I mean, you could do a two-stroke top end. I mean, 30 minutes you can have one busted out,
Yep. Yep.
but you're not doing that with a four-stroke.
No, I think I
A
could do a
little
two
more
stroke.
involved.
Yeah, a little more involved. I think I could do a two stroke top end. I think I could handle that.
I'm sure you could handle that.
Yeah.
Pretty, especially when the piston's only that big and
True.
that not them big 4.5 inch pistons like you got on a Harley.
All right.
So
Oh, speaking of sweet Harleys, you are entered to win that Dyna right behind me, 1999 Dyna,
that's
65
right.
$65 gets you in.
Hopefully I get it.
Yeah, so
I'm
get over.
I'm counting on it. I'm counting on it.
If you win that, it can just stay here and you can pick it up on the barbecue.
Oh, so now you want me to drive a truck out there?
Now, you know what? If you win it, all right, so let's just say. So, first of all, go to Rowdy Rebels on Instagram, get in on it, $65, win you that Dyna, get some better pictures of it over there. But, Ethan, if you win that Dyna, this is my deal to you. You're going to love this. You're going to love this. So, June 14th, you're coming out for the Ridelife barbecue, obviously.
Yep.
So, if you win that Dyna, I'll keep it here, and I will ride that Dyna back to Michigan with you, and then I'll just fly home.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Well, what's so funny about
All
that?
right. Hey, because you're willing to ride that Dyna anywhere, but you'll all the way to Michigan, but don't want to ride down to Mobbin?
Oh, jeez. Yeah. You want to ride down to Marvin? I'll ride with you. You want to go? I'll go.
I
Right?
I am right. I am riding to Mobbin.
I know you are.
That it's not even a want. It just is.
All right. All right. Well,
That's why I said it. So I'm gonna take that Mobbin is. I think it's like a Thursday through Saturday,
yeah.
and so I mean I could take an extra day and kind of come your way and meet you, wherever you want to stop, and
All right.
and then rip down the rest of the way with you.
All right. All right,
So
well, let's
I,
talk
I
about.
was just I was just gonna rip right. I was gonna rip right straight down. So
I know you're a badass. I know. So let's just talk about some events that the Ride Life podcast is going to be at 2026. The barbecue,
yep,
June 14th.
yep, yep.
Laconia Bike Week. I'm going to show Ethan the hill
Daytona,
climbs.
Daytona.
Oh yeah, Daytona for me. Yeah, I want to talk about that. So Daytona, Laconia, and Mobbin in the Mountains, the Ride Life podcast will be at, and there'll be others in between that we'll keep you updated on. But you're a motorcycle guy, right? You love motorcycles, but you just don't like the rallies. Is this correct?
I don't know. So Laconia will be my first big rally,
Yeah.
and then so I was thinking that I actually wanted to ride to the FXR Jam, uh, the one in New York, right?
Yeah. What, on your soft tail?
And yeah,
All right.
they let anybody do it, don't they?
Yeah,
I mean,
but
it's not like I mean, if I had an FXR, I'd do it, but I mean, I just want to go because I like FXRs. I want to see it.
yeah, I don't blame you.
I mean, just because I don't own one doesn't mean I can't go be part of it, right?
Right. So, all right, let's just say, so for me, I mean, I love the rallies. I don't know what it is. I think it's the motorcycles just everywhere. So you wake up in the morning, you jump on the bike, you go get coffee, you're at a set of lights, there's gonna be bikes all around you. You go to this restaurant, you park next to bikes. You leave the restaurant, it's just, everywhere you go, there's motorcycles. So you get to see all sorts of motorcycles riding every single day. Everywhere you go, there's just motorcycles. I don't know. There's something about that. Like I can remember the first time that I pulled into Daytona, and there was just bikes. We pulled into this gas station, and there was just bikes everywhere. And I was like, I can't wait to get on my motorcycle and just ride with all these other motorcycles. Which I don't know. Sounds kind of silly, I guess.
You're doing a lot of walking around looking at motorcycles, right?
You know,
And
the first few rallies, yeah, I did that, and now I kind of I go to the bike shows, walk around a little bit. I don't do a lot of walking. It's more riding, more of like going to different shops, hanging out. So it's not really walking. I mean, you walk around the big Harley Davidson dealership, check out all the vendors, check out some new parts. But it gets crowded there, and I don't love that aspect of it. But I do like seeing all the new parts. Like Hoffman Designs will have their booth. I'll get to go see people at Suspension Technologies, so I'll get to go talk to them. But that's not my favorite part of the rallies. The best part of the rallies is a 5 o'clock at night ride, motorcycles everywhere. It's just, I don't know, you pull into a gas station, there's bikes there, you get to check them out. I don't know. It's a different vibe, I guess.
right? So I mean, like I want to go to Sturgis, but I want to do it not during the rally. And my big thing is, I, I that is such a big rally that I have a feeling like you're just sitting in traffic a lot. You're stuck behind a trike going through doing the stuff that you want to do or that I want to rip around and so I want to go out there and I just don't want to deal with that. I don't want to go out there and deal with all the people. Daytona, same thing. I don't drink. Um, Now I don't have an issue with people drinking, but I don't want to really ride with them.
Mhm.
And um, I just I just don't like being in crowds like that. So I mean, even the bars are, so if you're gonna go where it's happening, everything's packed. You're just shoulder to shoulder. It's just not my thing.
Uh,
It's
I,
just not my thing. I don't. I mean, but the homecoming, that was fun. Of course, Blanc and I we took off, and I mean we take off all day and ride, and and then we just come back at in the evening and to where the homecoming is at the Harley Museum and stuff,
yeah.
and we'd go there for a couple hours, and then we would go back to the hotel, and
Yeah, see, I think you would like Daytona because so the first weekend is kind of crazy. So we kind of stay away, go to a couple of shows, couple of performance shows, check out some bikes, walk around, and then we get out of there. We go for a ride, go eat some barbecue, then we go back to the Airbnb, hang out there, wash the bikes, talk about bikes, and then like Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of the actual bike week, it's usually pretty slow because people come for the first weekend, then they leave, and then they come in for the second weekend. So first few days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, pretty slow. That's the day you go check out all the new Harleys, go check out the vendors and stuff like that. And then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, hey, just take some rides. Go cross the Gulf side, um, go down to Miami, go wherever you want. And yeah,
right. I you know what? I will go do it with you at some point. I mean, I'm not gonna promise that next year I'm doing it with you, but at some point I'll go do it with you. I
yeah,
don't have an issue.
yeah. I
I it
think
just
I think as a motorcycle enthusiast, you got to do it.
Right. So like this year I'm doing Laconia with and the barbecue. And then I mean that's a week and then the following week is mobbing. So there's another week vacation and then I just got notified at work that they're giving us the following week after that they're giving us off.
Oh,
Um so that's 3 weeks of my vacation right there. And I mean, there just isn't a lot left to burn. And then my wife is actually going back to see her parents this summer for 2 weeks. So she's not doing any rallies or anything with me, any rides as far as big stuff.
yeah, yeah. Are you going back to Poland or
So
no?
no,
No.
no, no, because I so like for me, my parents are gone all winter down in Florida. So, I mean, sometimes, I just want to go hang out with my dad or my dad and mom and just hang out, just me and them.
Yeah.
And but for her, she's got to translate everything. And so when we're sitting there and if I get on my phone, they're like, well, what's wrong with Ethan? But the truth is, I'm just giving her a break that she don't feel like she's got to turn around and translate everything that's being said. I could just do my little thing. So we had an apartment that was right across the hall from her parents because there is different. You buy your apartment and you own it. Um, I guess New York's probably like that and stuff too, but um, so I would just kind of stay over in the other apartment and give her some time just to spend with her parents.
Yeah.
But there's no need for me to go there every time. I mean, I said I'll go every other year, every 2 years I'll go, and but there's just no need for me to go every time she goes.
Yeah. I can understand that. Where in Florida are your parents?
They are in Frostproof.
Oh,
They're right
where's
by
that?
the big. It's right in the middle. It's right by the big. They have the big gun nationals, the big shooting nationals there.
Oh.
Um, there's some. I've only been there a couple times, so we're actually going there for Christmas next year. So
Oh, nice.
yeah,
Cool.
uh, and that's what I was trying to figure out a way just to like take my bike down there, leave it at their house. But I don't trust my dad to bring it back because, look, that guy, holy smokes.
uh, he'd
He
start to.
used to be a driver. He used to be a driver. He's not a driver no more.
I don't even want to think about that. I don't even want to get to that point. But oh shit. So we're gonna have to cut this short. I'm gonna have to go watch the Super Bowl because I want to know what's going on.
All
Uh,
right. Well, hey, I wanted to go over a couple things.
all right.
Just can I show a couple things?
Yeah. Show and
So
tell.
all right, yeah, show and tell. So I just want to show like for all my bolts and stuff, my organization when I was tearing that bike apart. I just I bought these at Harbor Freight. I think they're $4, and then I just took masking tape, put on them, and I just sectioned off what I needed for for that area and labeled it. And I think I have like three or four of those um, that I'm running. And then the other thing was my upper fork tubes. They got really scratched from running that Memphis Shades, and I don't. If you get on the Harley Davidson website and you go to OEM parts, I
Yep.
don't know if you know this, but if you
Oh,
go to
I
the
do.
OEM parts, then you can go to, yep. But then it shows you every part in detail.
Yep.
And so, anyways, I got brand new upper legs, and my buddy told me that these. He's like, yeah, I think that's gonna be the cheapest way to do it, and I was like, no way. And so I think it ended up being like $350 for brand new. I couldn't get them coated that cheap, and and then to have a perfect finish and
I, th-
a
I th-
strong diamond black whatever finish that they put on.
yep.
So anyway, it was just I don't know if people realize that you could go on that website because didn't ever understood how to get there. But if you go and hit the OEM parts and then it'll take you to each it and really I mean it shows you how things go together too. So when you're looking, you can order all the bushings, it's because it shows them right in order how it goes.
Yep.
And if you
Uh,
don't have a manual, you can.
no. Oh yeah. It's a exploded view. It shows
Right,
exactly how they go and what goes there. So if you take something apart and you think you lost something, go to that site and it shows you exactly how it goes back together, and you can order it. It'll like if you put it in, it'll tell you if the dealership next to your house even has it in stock,
right.
so you can check
So
availability. It's a pretty sick site.
and then the only other thing I wanted to bring up was anybody who's running Milwaukee M12 tools.
Yep.
Home Depot right now has the um, the XC5 high output batteries 50% off for 2 packs.
Uh, are,
50% off.
are those the like the skinny ones? They look like a tube. Those ones
No,
are.
they've got the feet on them, so your gun will stand up on them and stuff.
Oh yeah.
But
I know.
but they're the high outputs, and I mean if you've never used the high outputs versus the regular ones, there is a big difference.
Oh yeah.
So, but I mean, 50% off, you just don't see that deal. So, and the 5.0s are, they beat. I've seen a bunch of comparisons between the 5.0 and 6.0, and that 5.0 always seems to do better. So,
Yeah, I got all.
I just put it out there.
Yeah, I got all M18 stuff, so I like that stuff.
Yeah, so I always run the 3.0 high output batteries on the M18 stuff. I really like that battery.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude, that impact is so good. It'll snap pulley bolts.
Yep, I bet it will. I bet it
Yeah.
will. That's why I don't really bust that thing out very often.
It was. As soon as he said I couldn't get it by hand, and he reached for the impact, I was kind of like, we should have heated it up first. What we should have done, but hey, you live
Yeah.
and learn. You live and learn. That's it's all. It's
Well,
all fun.
the heat is what will break that
Loctite.
Loctite loose.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly. Yep. Yep.
Yep. And then with your with all your ARP stuff, having a wire wheel and that stuff before you put it back in because it'll get like a little bit of a gall on it.
Yep.
And then I mean you can't, it's amazing. It'll go like halfway in and all of a sudden it'll lock up and you can't get it out, you can't get it in, you can't get it to do nothing. So,
Yeah.
and I know you got thread chasers, so
Oh yeah. Well, every bolt that I took out of my inner primary, every bolt that I took out of that inner primary, I wire brushed, got all the old shit off it,
yeah,
blew out. I chased all the threads, blew them all out, because you want all that oil out, because Loctite's not gonna act up if there's oil in there or anything. So,
right. And then
yeah,
I actually will take my polisher and I will run. Actually, what I do is I do my M12 uh, polishing pad, and I just clamp it to my bench, and I'll run it over the heads of that so it shines everything back up and gets all the oxidation off the heads. And
and I'm gonna go search and I'm gonna get some ARP bolts for the Dyna. That Alloy Bolts website, that's pretty good. They got good prices. They got good they got it all broken down and stuff. So that's not a bad site.
well, remind me, I have a download I can send you, and it's got all the twin cam, all the M8s, and it's got all. I want to. I'm not sure which. I can't remember if it's got the whole bike or if it's just got the motor, but it's got all the bolt sizes, all the bolt lengths.
Oh, that's all right.
Um,
Yeah, send that over to me.
yeah, so I'll send that to you. That's a man, and I'll try to put that on our, well, or you can do it. Put it on Instagram so people can get to that.
All right.
It's just handy to have.
Oh, for sure, for
So,
sure. All right. Speaking of Instagram, Ride Life Ethan, Ride Life Brian. Go check us out on Instagram. Go follow us on YouTube, and have a great weekend. Go Patriots!
Go Patriots! Woo!
Yes. All right,
Yep.
man.
All right,
We'll
later, man.
see you. We'll see you next Tuesday.
All right, see ya.